Strategic Global Impact, the ministry that God called Janine and I to birth many years ago, it exists for Jesus and for His glory. And we truly want to bring Him glory by reaching people and reaching nations. That's why we're here in Germany. That's why our hearts burn to see a work of God throughout this nation and also in Europe. But we're still deeply involved in Tanzania, where I've lived and worked for 8 years. And so we have churches there that we help oversee and help to train leaders. And we have projects in both Moshi and Mtwara, and we're just desirous to continue to partner with them as well to help see a church planting movement to reach people who don't have as much access to the gospel, to reach people who have not yet made that decision to be Christ followers. And so Strategic Global Impact will serve and train in different areas. And we're asking God to continue to give increase, to enlarge our borders, to help train as many people as possible, to plant new churches. Why? So we can reach more people, so Jesus gets more glory. It is harvest time once again in Europe. And we're so thankful because we believe that God has sent us here and God called us here to plant new churches, churches that are life-giving, not just a church, not just an institution, but a church that brings life to people, where people can meet with God, encounter God, where people can discover their destiny and purpose in God, where people learn what it means to love others and serve their community. And so thank the Lord, 2.5 years ago, we had the opportunity to take over a church that was struggling. And we were able to just begin to bring life to it through preaching and leadership. And the church began to grow. And now the church has begun to increase in size, and God has sent more workers. And more recently, we had the opportunity to launch a second campus, which is part of the dream. Because our heart is not only to plant a church, but to plant a church that plants churches, a church planting church that begins to multiply and bring life. God's heart is for life in Germany. God's heart is for life in Europe. And we're just so thankful that we get to be part in this day, in this hour, in this city, Frankfurt. New Life Church is a multi-generational, intercultural church. We're not just a young person's church, or not just for older people. We want to reach all the generations, not just a particular generation. We want to reach different nationalities. And I'm just so blessed that God's building a church that we can do that. You know, the gospel brings people together, and that's what we want to be. And so He's bringing in refugees, He's bringing internationals in, and He's bringing in different generations all around the common theme, Jesus Christ, the hope for the world. And I think what really excites us is that, yeah, we see God's Spirit at work. Lives are being transformed. People are coming to Christ. People that had no hope for many years are suddenly finding a new hope, a new expectation in God.
It's been an incredible journey taking New Life into a new direction. This was a church revitalization project that about 2.5 years ago we took over, and an awesome group of people who loved each other, but the city needed a light, and this church became that light. It is becoming that light, and I just love our people. I love how they're going after God. I love how they're inviting their neighbors. I love how they're opening their homes and reaching out to the refugees in the city. And it's been exciting. And I love being a part of what God's doing in Frankfurt and in Oberursel. And it's an exciting time to work with this group of people and to see them make an impact in their city.
One of the things that we are also so blessed about is that God has formed a fantastic team. We have Lenny, who is the campus pastor in Oberursel. We have David Kim, who's the campus pastor in Bockenheim in Frankfurt. These are two German people. We just love them. We're like family. We're serving God together to make Jesus' name famous, to see this multi-generational, intercultural church multiply. And so we're asking God continue to bring more people and more opportunities to reach more refugees.
We baptized last August 13 Afghanis and Iranians, refugees who have come to Germany, and it was awesome as one by one they gave their testimony as to how they encountered Jesus, or how Jesus encountered them. Yeah, and the transformation in their lives and how they were just giving themselves 100% to the Lord. It's an awesome moment that we witnessed with them as they made that stand. I've decided to follow Jesus. I just see growth. I see tremendous love from them, and I just love being a part of their lives. I love having them with us, and it's It's a joy to be in Germany at this moment and serve the refugees here. The church is alive, and I think that's that's the message we want, as we've called the church New Life, is that we want to see lives change. We want to see new life come to Germany. We want to see new life come to this Frankfurt area, this whole state. We want to see new life come to the refugees, to the Germans, to the internationals who live here. We want to see God invade people's lives in a powerful way and bring about newness of heart, newness of life, transformation.
The gospel is powerful. It is life. It changes people, changes families, it changes society. And what we're witnessing in New Life Church is that it's changing lives.